While the character of Hannibal Lecter may not exactly glorify cannibalism, his cooking sure does, am I right? Welcome to Watch Mojo's Top 5 Facts. In today's installment, we're counting down the most interesting and unsettling facts about the act of humans eating humans. Cannibalism.
That's just gross.
Number 5. Human meat tastes like a sweet pork chop.
Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
I know.
So of course you'd never actually do it. But aren't you curious, just a little bit, about what human meat tastes like? Lucky for us, many cannibals have happily divulged the details.
He had done it. He had killed a human being and eaten them. The others only dreamed about doing it. They only imagined it. He had actually done it.
German cannibal Armin Meiwes has likened human to pork. And Alfred Packer, a man who ate members of his prospecting party, said that it was, quote, the sweetest meat he's ever tasted.
Yes, I believe I'll start as you've so often suggested by eating your shorts.
Another woman who ate her husband's ribs said that the meat was, quote, so sweet.
This is an unexpected treat.
However, overly curious reporter, occultist, and cannibal William Seabrook disagreed with that assessment and said that, quote, no person with a palate of ordinary normal sensitivities could distinguish human meat from veal.
Little treasure chest. That British rosé veal.
Number 4. Eating brains brings a nasty disease, but we may have a gene to combat it.
The argument that cannibalism was the cause of the spread of kuru was compelling.
It's been witnessed in various Indonesian tribes that eating human brains brings with it a horrible disease.
There was still no explanation for the cause of this strange disease and how it was spreading.
It's called kuru, and the symptoms include tremors, hysterical laughter, loss of muscle control, dementia, and eventually, after months or years, death. It's caused by infectious proteins in the brain called prions, which affect the human nervous system. Some evidence suggests that cannibalism may have been widespread in ancient civilizations, leading to more brain-eating diseases, leading in turn, through evolution and natural selection, to some humans developing a genetic defense to diseases like kuru.
Okay, start the clock.
It is rancid.
Come look, chew for me.
That's right, our ancestors ate brains so much that we've evolved defenses to the disease that comes with it. That's not true of everyone though, so don't change your dinner plans just yet.
Are you saying you killed Jimbo, processed his carcass, and served him for lunch?
Number 3, cannibalism is addictive.
We're gonna f***ing eat your ass. You can't eat us. F*** that, man. I do whatever the f*** I want, when I want.
No matter how curious you are, do not eat another human. Not only will you be locked up, but you will have a nasty addiction to suffer through in your cell as well. Now, we're not saying that a human rump roast has some inherently addictive chemical properties, but experts say that before psychopaths become cannibals, they will usually fantasize about the act for a long time. When the fantasy is finally fulfilled, the cannibal's brain will release a huge surge of dopamine, similar to when a drug addict gets a fix of their drug. This pattern of seeking and deep satisfaction can develop into an addiction, though it would also require you to have a complete lack of human empathy.
People fake a lot of human interactions, but I feel like I fake them all, and I fake them very well.
Number 2. There was a lot of cannibalism going on in 1930 and 40s Europe.
One of the most underused meats in the country.
While widespread cannibalism may seem like an outdated tradition, desperate times call for desperate measures. One of the most popular examples of cannibalism involves the Soviet famine of 1932 and 33, where many families in Russia and Ukraine had to resort to murder and cannibalism to survive. Author Timothy Snyder wrote of that period, "Those who refused to eat corpses died. Those who refused to kill their fellow men died." This led to 2,505 Ukrainians being sentenced to jail for cannibalism in 1932 and 33. Cannibalism also reared its hungry head during World War II, as in the case of Soviet POWs and trapped German soldiers resorting to cannibalism to survive. Meanwhile, over in Asia, some Japanese soldiers and commanders were routinely eating their prisoners.
You've got to respect the Japanese. They know the way of the samurai.
Number 1. Forget Tylenol, eat some skull.
He says he's not dead.
Yes, he is.
I'm not. He isn't?
Well, he will be soon. He's very ill.
I'm getting better. No, you're not. You'll be stone dead in a moment. Oh, I can't take him like that.
As if the Middle Ages weren't disgusting enough, there's evidence to suggest that they resorted to cannibalism in order to heal various maladies and afflictions. The cure for a headache was, quite logically, powdered skull. Rubbing human fat on yourself was said to heal wounds and treat gout, and drinking blood apparently cured epilepsy. This was so common that citizens would pay executioners for what is called a bowl of red, which is exactly what it sounds like. And women's menstrual blood was frequently mixed in with other medicines. Europeans even stole mummies from Egyptian tombs, ground them up, and mixed them into preparations. The Middle Ages were a weird time for humanity.
Taking it in and packing it up and sneaking away and buggering off and chickening out and pissing up home. Yes, bravely he is flowing in the spark.
So what do you think of these facts?
I know it wasn't real.
Would you rub some human fat on your rash if it was effective?
Hardcore, man.
For more genetically immune top 10s and bowl of red top 5s, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
No, that's your third helping, young man. It's making you fat and soft and tender.